Well, I'm back with my first guest. Her name is Gillian DeAllie, and she is the managing director, of DeAllie Enterprises. And this company, or this business, is actually a job recruitment agency, which is so crucial in this time because now it's so tough, and lots of folks are, they've been relieved of their duties, and it's really hard, and it must be a task for your company as well to ensure that you find business for a lot of, jobs.
Absolutely.
For persons. First off, congratulations. How old is your business?
Well, it's not very, it's in the months stages,
good,
but I've done a lot of market research since I've been here. So it's not something that I had a harebrained scheme and just said, let me do it. I've researched it and I've liaised with a lot of businesses, and I've managed with the input and obviously the family support. I have very strong family ties in Grenada. Then I put it together and made it. So far, it's been working very successful.
Good, very good. Now, what made you want to do this? I mean, clearly, there's lots of folks who are saying, I can't get a job.
That's true, but I think it's much more on a deeper level. I think DeAllie Enterprises, it's what I define as the one-stop shop. We have a number of things that come under DeAllie Enterprises. So if I can just elaborate on what we do. Part of it is the recruitment side of it, yes, but we are the elite of the elite. What I mean by that is that I've raised the bar because I was very successful in England. I've come over here and I've raised the bar. So therefore, people who want to be that are motivated and have a willingness to learn and a willingness to succeed, then those are the people that we are targeting. For example, when CVs come to us, they're not just any CVs. They have to be of a certain standard. If not, then we actually, with an additional fee, small fee, then we actually do that. All of them, once they have been completed, to my standard, all the references are checked. And then if I feel that they need further training, because some people potentially there's interview skills they're just lacking. They may have the academic qualifications, but they don't have the interview skills to get them through that job interview. And that's also a key thing. Interpersonal skills as well as academic qualifications is essential in the corporate world. And I think that's one of the reasons why Grenada is not as proactive and productivity is quite low compared to the other Caribbean islands. And compared to the Western world, we're not in the market. So therefore, I've raised the bar, and I'm saying to people, you want to succeed, we can help you, we can train as part of a service. I mean, our registration fee is $20, and for that, you get ongoing support. We just don't take the $20 and say you're dismissed. We actually work with you. And once I know that you've passed our stages, our criteria, then we job match. I have a lot of vacancies at the moment that need to be filled. However, the businesses have said, we want top quality staff.
Of course. And
because of obviously I've actually had conversations with them, had meetings with them and said, this is what I'm prepared to offer. They've given me the opportunity to recruit, and that's the key thing. So it's a bit of both, and obviously in the location that I've created, we offer conference rooms to hire, especially to international clients, but to small businesses that say, do you know something? I'd like a small conference, last minute, 7 days a week. That's our office. 7 days a week. We actually offer that at a reasonable rate compared to all the other competitors that are out there, with sectoral support. And also, we offer a 12-month training program as well. And we have a lot of professionals that have volunteered. I mean, professors and lecturers from St George's University, people that have been very successful abroad, have decided to come on board. They see my vision, and so we want to put something back into the community, and therefore I'm in shows like this to let people be aware that DeAllie Enterprises, we're here to stay, we're here to work. I'm sure if we join forces, we can make Grenada a very, very productive and very successful country in terms of productivity.
Definitely,
and we can do that.
Definitely. And I like how you mentioned that we need to, we really need to get proactive and up the game, because we're getting left behind.
That's it.
Terribly.
Absolutely.
Terribly.
And sometimes, people that have raised children, that's a hard job within itself, but want to go back into the workforce, but don't necessarily know how to. We offer those kind of training. We offer training courses that's minimal price compared to other competitors that charge astronomical fees for certificates. We don't do that. But what we do is we offer for people even in agriculture, farmers, we offer labourers, pipe fitter welders, electricians. But again, we've set the bar. So if you want to be part of our unit, we've raised the bar. Come along and see us. Come and talk to us. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Come and talk to us. and we'll see if we can join forces. And hopefully, I'm sure that with my success rate, we will find work. There is work out there, but you've just got to be productive.
You got to know. Give me an idea as to who you are, who you're collaborating with in terms of companies. I know you just mentioned agriculture.
Yeah.
Any other areas? Let's say waitresses, hotels.
Absolutely. I can't talk too much about some of the projects that I've got, but I'm certainly they've approached us, and with the family support, they've liked me to head to spear their recruitment. And so far, it's been very, very successful. I mean, we're not just targeting St George's. I've got offers for work in the country, Sates in particular. Some of the businesses they've got huge projects going on that are going to be very much in productivity in the next couple of months, and they want the right staff. And we're talking about even people with IT skills. It's about interpersonal skills, and somehow we're kind of lacking in that. So therefore, we put all those things together. That person could walk into any corporate job with presentation skills and the right knowledge, and there you go.
They're good to go. All right, so let's just say we've got lots of folks looking at the program right now. They know a couple of people who can surely use your service in terms of, their job seekers.
Yes.
What would they need to get to you once they've made that connection? Let people know what they need to get to you, maybe a CV.
They need to obviously to come along with a CV, with their certificates. I then look at it, or my staff, because we are my team are very, very professional, and we actually advise them if it's not quite up to our standard. We advise them. If not, we can do, as I say, a small minimum fee. They come back for an interview with myself or one of my team. And therefore, we analyse and we talk to them and see, if they want a career change, what they're actually looking for, and if they meet their qualifications and the interpersonal skills meet what we're actually looking for. Right. If it is straight away, then we can actually job match. I can actually put them on the jobs that we have, and I can put them forward. And businesses have actually said to me that, based on my recommendations, they would take me at the highest. And that's what it's all about. I've built a relationship with many of them, and they actually trust my judgment, which is a good thing.
That's very good.
Absolutely. And if not, then we still work with them in terms of training courses. We offer IT. A lot of IT companies have come on board and volunteered their services. It's about empowerment. It's about empowering people. Yeah. And that's the key thing that we need to do here. Yeah. There is a huge recession in this country. People, yes, you're right, people are out of work, but we can change that around. Because once you empower people, then they won't find it so they're stalemate into getting to the old routine of just staying at home. We can go out there and do it.
And a lot of times, I think a lot of persons just need that push.
Absolutely.
Some people just sitting there, just, knocking their fingers and waiting for someone to call, but I think they need to initiate. They need to push. I mean, it's for their benefit.
Absolutely. And that's the key thing. It's about them coming to us.
That's right.
And then that shows them their willingness and their motivation. But they've also got to listen and understand and digest the information, because it's about benefiting them at the end of the day.
That's right.
And then hopefully, if they digest the information, take on the training, take on the advice and support that is given there, and then they can certainly move on to bigger and better things.
Yeah. I know you made a quick mention of you can pair people with certain jobs.
Yes.
Is there ever a case where someone says, okay, I really want to do this, but you don't offer that just yet, so you probably suggest, okay, why not try this instead?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think it's about tuning into people, and every individual, that walks through the door is treated as an individual. They're not a calamity. They are somebody that's obviously in need of our services, and we offer that. I myself, we come from very humble beginnings. So you never forget where you're coming from. But I've also been taught that through hard work, motivation, determination, all those skills, the interpersonal skills, can make you a success. And that's the key thing. And I think once you support those people that kind of fall back on the wayside and give them that encouragement, give them that support, something, the sky's the limit. And I can tell listeners out there, sky is the limit. There's nothing you can do that you can't do.
And they got to want it,
Absolutely.
They got to want it.
Absolutely. And I think that with the vision that I have, I came over here, I had no inclination, to be honest, but I saw a need. There is a niche in the market for this. There's a greater need for this. And I think that it's about productivity, and it's about me putting something back into the community. I believe in it wholeheartedly.
Wonderful. How can folks contact you? Do you have a website, etc.?
Yes. Well, our telephone number is 435-7986. Our office is at Bryden and Miners Building, Karani James Boulevard, formerly Lagoon Road. So everybody knows where it is. Excellent parking, driving facilities, public space, right next to Port Louis. Couldn't ask for a better location.
Okay, Gillian, I don't want you to move just yet. I may have a couple of things that I want to find out from you in terms of the other aspects of the business. So I want you to just sit right there and relax for a few minutes, and we'll take a short break, folks. We'll be right back. And welcome back. I'm still continuing to chat with Miss Gillian DeAllie about DeAllie Enterprises, and of course it's quite interesting. And for those of you who are, in need of a job, remember you need to make that first move. Miss DeAllie won't find you. You got to find her, because you got to empower yourself and say, listen, I need to get up off my behind and try to make things happen, not just for yourself individually, but I'm sure you have a family and trying to support your family, and you probably are in dire need of a job. So, Gillian, I know we've covered a lot in terms of what you offer, and I really like your drive, and I like the fact that I think we need to get some more proactive stuff going on. We need to make things happen and continue to make things happen. In terms of, during the break, Marlon was having a little chat with us, and he did mention something crucial in terms of agriculture and craft and that sort of stuff. How much, and this can cover any other area, how much of a training or training would you provide to that person? Would you go all the way, or would you leave it up to them to be able to say, listen, I want more?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that what it is initially is for, especially in agriculture, and obviously with my family background, especially my father being working on the land when he was younger, so I do know a little bit, is that something has to come from within. We start the initial training. We have lecturers and people that have been very professional abroad, who have been in terms of agriculture, and they have decided, they would have create a workshop, and it would probably be a 2-day workshop, on a monthly basis, and pending that, if people who do enjoy the workshop and want to take it to another level, then we will obviously find courses for them in order to do that. Right. But the initial thing is really to empower people to get them up to speed with what they need to go into the corporate workforce.
Yeah, definitely. What about the age range? Is it pretty much open to anyone?
It is pretty much open to anyone, to be honest. I think, as you say, it has to come from within. And I think that once you show your motivation and your willingness to learn, then learning this shouldn't be is an age barrier. Let's be fair.
Very true.
And I empower that in my staff, and we are a good, strong, friendly team. So you'd find that our team are very supportive. We're very honest, and we're realistic at the same time, and that's what makes us. That's why people take notice of us, because we are those three things. Yeah.
Fantastic. You need to be honest. Honesty is good. It's good. You can't sugarcoat things these
Absolutely.
days.
Absolutely.
You got to let them know exactly what time it is and what they need to do in order to become better.
Absolutely.
Yeah, fantastic. And I like that you mentioned the workshop thing, because I was going to ask you, would DeAllie Enterprises include, possibly workshops open to the public, where it's something you could think about.
Absolutely.
You never know.
Absolutely.
It might be a good thing. I think it might be a good thing to do. Additionally, I know you did mention in terms of contact information, I did ask you if you had any sort of Facebook page, website set up. That's coming, right?
Yes, we're actually currently in the process of actually doing that. I think it should be done within the next couple of days. So,
okay, good, good.
Yeah, we're on the ball.
So, exactly. And just remind us of your contact number again.
It's 435-7986. So give us a call.
Yes, and you're located on Karani James Boulevard.
Yes,
Bryden Miners. To be exact.
Yeah.
To be exact. Fantastic. Well, Gillian, I want to wish you all the best.
Thank
and
you very much.
If there's any other way that I can assist in getting the word out, I'm sure we'll be in touch, and you'll let me know. Good.
Yes, I will. Thank you
Pleasure
very much.
meeting you.
Thank you.
And
thank you.
all the best. You're very welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll be right back.